I've got to ask you, are you fully aware of how, for a generation, lines you've said in that movie are indelibly tattooed into their minds?
I don't know what we're yelling about!
That's craziness.
Where did you get those clothes? At the toilet store?
Like, forever and ever, people will giggle over...
A lot of those lines weren't even lines.
Loud noises!
They weren't even dialogue. That was Adam McKay just either telling me to make something up, or he'd throw something from behind the camera. He'd say I ate a big red candle, and I'd say it, and then that became a thing.
Oh yeah, I ate a big red candle.
That movie was so loose, and half of the stuff was just invented on the spot. So, who would have known? That's craziness.
Good one.
That was really fun. That was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had. Working with those guys.
I'm not surprised.
Are they there?
Bottom left, they are.
There they are. Oh, I love those guys. I love Lamp.
Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love Lamp. I love Lamp.
Your audition tape for that movie is one of the best things on the internet. The way you sell eating a makeshift coffee filter burrito, I genuinely think you're eating it. And the whole room is going, don't laugh.
When we shot that scene, I don't know if that scene is even in the movie.
I think it's in the extended.
It's in the extended version, yeah.
Oh, that is true. I didn't see that coming.
But when we shot the scene, they made a coffee filter burrito for me. So it was exactly that. It was for the coffee grounds. They put like dried crumbled chocolate cake. They had like different pieces of clean garbage that I could eat. I remember Will kept breaking because his line was like, he's like, Rick, what are you eating? Like, I'm eating this burrito that I found on the tray. He's like, well, that's a garbage bin, Rick.
Rick, I'm worried about you. You're gonna get sick eating that.
and just getting through the ridiculous dialogue. That was the toughest part of that movie, is just not laughing, because if you laugh, you ruin someone else's great moment. So everyone was desperately trying not to, like, but boy, it was really difficult because it was so absurd.
Do you do your own bear riding?
Okay.
Hey, Ron! I'm riding a furry tractor!
No, clearly that was my head superimposed on a real bear wrangler. But that was the most terrifying thing, to watch a stuntman mount the back of a real bear. And what was so disconcerting about it was that he was terrified. I've never seen a stuntman. He was psyching himself up, and the bear's just sitting there like, yeah, right, get on top of me. And the stuntman's behind him going, okay. And we were all like, has he ever done this before? And he's like, okay. And he gets on top, and the bear's going, yeah. And you could tell the guy thought he was gonna die in a second.
You know when you say yes to a gig, and then you read what's in the email?
Right.
And you go,
well, let's like they asked the stuntman, can you ride a bear? And he's like, yeah, yes, sure. And then I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to ride a bear. So yes, it was not me riding the bear.
I'm so glad.
That tickles me.
Terrifying.
So glad. Now, the phrase is you suffer for your art.
Here we go.
But I think
that feels warm.
there's another level to it when you are peeling back layers of your skin, having your chest waxed.
Uh-huh.
So ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you
Now, one of my favorite bits in that scene
sweetie pie hole!
is the line,
Como se llama?
no Kelly Clarkson.
Right.
No, Kelly Clarkson!
Is that from your own mind? Where did that come from?
I honestly don't remember whether Judd threw that line in.
Here we go, and it's a pleasant day, and I don't think this is gonna hurt. Action.
We set up 5, 6 cameras because it could only be done once.
Oh!
Yeah.
Clearly, there were no second takes of that particular scene. And so he got it from every angle.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks really good.
And his note to me was just let it happen. And whatever comes to mind, say that. I think he did throw in some suggestions here and there. But I remember before we started, the woman who was sort of the set medic came to me and said, would you like to take some Advil before you do this to deaden the pain? And I said, no, I'm fine. I don't Advil. Do you want to trim back your hair a little bit so it's not so much to, nah, I'm good. I have no problem with it. And then after that first rip, I thought, I'm in bad trouble. This was way more than I had expected.
Yeah.
We are going to steal. Wait! I haven't told you what it is yet. Hey, Dave, listen up, please.
Now, you can walk into a room and make a whole group of people happy by just saying the word girls.
Girls, what's your problem? Get in here, girls.
Okay, girls, go play.
That's a superpower you've got.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not invisibility or flying, but...
No,
Would you like
but I do have that in my back pocket.
to go out on a date?
No.
No, I thought the first Despicable Me was inventive, and
Minions assemble!
what I liked about it is that it wasn't condescending to kids. There was a little bit of scariness to it. There's a little edge to it. Like, there's one, what's it called? The thing that closes with the spikes.
I think it's Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, that's it.
No. Stay away from there, it's fragile.
So like a little kid in Iron Maiden, and you see red coming out from underneath.
We'll work with two.
Hey, it's dark in here.
And then it's a pierced juice box. I thought, wow, that's
I poked a hole in my juice box.
a little bit dicey for a kids movie, but kids loved that stuff. So I thought it was a cool take, and I thought it was kind of different. I thought the animation was neat. I thought the writing was funny. But no, I don't think anybody had an idea that it turn into what it did.
Let's jump to Crazy Stupid Love, if only because someone wrote in the script that Ryan Gosling should slap you about the face a few times, and you said, I'll take this movie.
Right.
I'm game. I don't mind.
Come on.
God, stop slapping me. Really.
Okay. Beautiful.
And I'll slap him back.
And I'll slap
get
him back.
one in at the very end. I'm gonna slap Ryan Gosling. Take care of him. Ryan, I worked with him again on Big Short, and I would love to work with him a third time. I think he's a joy. He's such a good guy, and he's so funny. He's such an accomplished actor, but he's really, really fun to work with.
I think he'll go far, that kid.
He'll do okay.
I think he'll do okay.
Yeah.
So I've got to congratulate you on acting across from Ryan Gosling with what he had going on. I'd find it very distracting.
Yeah. He was super, super duper hot in that haircut. I know what you're saying.
Just too hot. All right.
He walked out of the trailer for the first time with that haircut, and I said, and he remembers this, I said, never, ever do that in real life. Don't. That's a terrible, terrible idea.
Are you done?
If you want to lose all the goodwill that you've engendered with people, don't ever have that
And then you
haircut.
slapped him in the face.
And then I slapped him.
What happened to you?
I got beaten within an inch of my life because I was different.
Welcome to Marwen. And there's obviously moments in the movie where your face is on the dolls.
Right.
Dolls, listen up.
I don't want to peel back the curtain too much, but what are the practicalities of that?
I just took off my shirt, and that's what I look like.
And that's what matters.
In terms of me, there was no CG.
Sure.
There was no motion capture.
Got it.
So a toast.
I do have
Life,
like
to love,
visible joints
Marwen,
and
the beautiful women thereof.
that you can see here and here.
Brilliant.
And I have kung fu grip like that.
One thing I would say is that the chest waxing has been going very well. I mean, you've really got into that in a big way,
Yes.
and it's paying off. Steve, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thanks for watching. If you like that, then do watch these videos, or you can listen to my podcast called Radio 1's Screen Time. Oh, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. You can now get more Radio 1 in your life by downloading the BBC Sounds app or the BBC iPlayer app. Search for full-length versions of these interviews by typing in Movies with Ali Plumb.